The next total lunar eclipse is going to occur on the 8th of November 2022. So what is a total lunar eclipse? Well, it's when the moon moves behind the Earth with respect to the sun. So there's no sunlight hitting the moon anymore, no direct sunlight, and it's in Earth's shadow. We call that a lunar eclipse. Now, if the moon was between the sun and the Earth, and from Earth we see the moon passing in front of the sun, that would be known as a solar eclipse. But for this one, it's in Earth's shadow. Now, who actually gets to see this? So on the inside of that yellow line, that first one in the middle, you'll get to see the whole eclipse. So there's loads of locations, which is going to be parts of Asia, North America, Oceania. Then you get to see the full eclipse because the moon is going to be above the horizon the whole time. Now, in some locations, you're going to get it as the moon is rising, and as it's setting during the eclipse. You're only going to get part of the eclipse. So, for example, in Perth, Australia, the moon is going to be rising above the horizon as that eclipse is occurring. So that means that you're going to miss the first part of it. So as the moon comes above the horizon, it's already going to be undergoing the lunar eclipse, and that will occur around about 20 to 7 local time. So you're not going to get to see it all, but as it starts to rise, you at least get to see part of it, the second half, or the end of it, basically. Whereas if you go to somewhere like Miami, on the other side of it, then it's going to be setting. So you're going to get to see the first part of the eclipse as it starts, but then you're not going to get to see the final part because it's going to set below the horizon. So in those locations, you only get a partial eclipse, or only get to see the start or the finish. And that happens around about 6:30 in the morning there, compared to Australia, which would be in the evening. So what's it actually going to look like? Well, as the moon moves into the shadow of Earth, you'll see it obviously move into the shadow, and then when it gets directly behind the Earth, it will go kind of a really interesting red colour. So you can see it going a nice red colour, then it comes out of the shadow of the Earth there on the other side. So why is it actually going red when it's directly behind the Earth? Well, the sunlight is coming through Earth's atmosphere, and the red light gets refracted or bent around Earth, which then makes its way to the moon, and then we see that reflected back off the moon. We see it as red. The reason why it's red and not a other colour is that the blue light and all the other ones are going to be scattered out. So the blue light's scattered elsewhere, the red light is bent and refracted around, and we're just left with that red light, which is why we see it as a red moon. So if you get a chance to see it, you'll see a really interesting red moon during the lunar eclipse. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoy, then check out some of the other videos.